In the Outer Rim sieges, the Grand Army of the Republic pressed into the core territories of the Confederacy of Independent Systems, besieging planet after planet in a bid to bring the CIS to its knees. Some battles were over fairly quickly, while in others, the Republic fought over worlds for weeks or even months. One of the longest of the Outer Rim sieges, the Siege of Saleucami, lasted for 5 whole months. The Republic was only able to fight to a standstill until the very end, a bloody stalemate that claimed the lives of thousands of clones, as well as a number of Jedi, including a member of the Jedi Council. But the Republic refused to yield Saleucami to the Confederacy, no matter the cost, for one simple reason. The Confederacy had a secret hidden on the planet, one that could not be allowed to escape Saleucami. In this video, we're going to tell you what that secret was, and why so many Jedi died trying to contain it.
Attention, Sergeant on deck!
At the start of 19 BBY, not long after the Outer Rim sieges began at Boz Pity, the Republic was trying to keep track of Count Dooku's remaining commanders. The Confederacy only had a few of its most skilled officers left, with the most prominent being General Grievous and Sora Bulk, the leader of Dooku's Dark Acolytes. Jedi Master Tholm, one of the Order's best undercover operatives, was assigned the job of tracking Bulk, who had once been a friend of his. Tholm, alongside Aayla Secura, tracked him first to Anzat, where Bulk had been observed making regular visits, and where the two Jedi discovered that something strange was afoot. The Anzati, a people famed for their assassins, were running low on teachers, as many were away on some undisclosed assignment. Tholm correctly deduced that Sora Bulk had something to do with this, and with Secura's help, he was able to track his former friend to Saleucami, a Techno-Union stronghold in the Felucia Theater. There, in the vast magma caverns under the planet's capital city, he discovered the truth. The Confederacy had built a massive fortress in the depths of the planet, where it was growing its own clone army. But these were no ordinary clones. They were cloned from a Nikto named Bok, the last of the secret society of warriors called the Morgukai. The Morgukai were some of the best warriors in the galaxy and Jedi killers. Fortunately for the Jedi, the Morgukai's glory days ended long before the start of the Clone Wars. Bok and his father had been the last of their kind, before Quinlan Vos and Aayla Secura slew Bok's father and cut off his right hand in a mission years prior. But now, thanks to the Techno-Union, Bok had millions of clones to train in the Morgukai arts, and he was determined to have his revenge. These clones received additional training from Anzati Master Assassins, and they were armed with lightsaber-resistant Cortosis weapons. Sora Bulk and fellow Dark Acolyte Tol Skor were personally overseeing the project, making sure the Morgukai Shadow Army was as effective as possible. After learning all this, Tholm ended up trapped in the Shadow Army's fortress, but he nonetheless managed to get a message out to Aayla Secura, apprising her of what was happening on Saleucami. Secura notified Republic High Command, which responded with one of the biggest assaults of the Clone Wars. Under Jedi High General Oppo Rencesis, a member of the Council and one of the Jedi Order's best tacticians, 3 elite corps of clone troopers descended on the planet. As a fierce naval battle raged overhead, they surrounded the inactive volcanic caldera that contained the planetary capital and the fortress beneath. The Republic quickly established orbital supremacy over Saleucami. A fleet of Star Destroyers under Captain Sagaro Autumn was able to blockade the planet, but this could ultimately only do so much. The Confederacy's stronghold was protected by a powerful energy shield and had planetary guns that could take out orbiting capital ships. On the ground, things weren't much better. The rim of the caldera was heavily fortified, and the Republic had little chance of pushing past it. Backed by armored walkers, juggernauts, fighter tanks, and starfighter squadrons, the Republic deployed 3 corps in a ring around the caldera: the 327th Star Corps, the 91st Reconnaissance Corps, and Commander Phase Unit. They had a sizable team of Jedi generals with them. Quinlan Vos, Ulsa Ulset, Cian Geetsly, Asherad Het, Zeltex, Durnar, T. Bolton, and Kukruk were fighting on the ground, while Aayla Secura and Xian Amasu led starfighter squadrons, and Oppo Rencesis directed them all through Jedi battle meditation. In any other battle, they would have been unstoppable. But this was not any other battle. Every time the Republic launched an assault against the caldera, they were engaging more than droids. The Morgukai Shadow Army met the Republic force every time, and they quickly proved to be more than a match for any clone, or even some of the Jedi. Zeltex, Dernar, T. Bolton, and Olset were all slain by Morgukai clones over the course of the siege, as were countless Republic clones. The Jedi were able to prevent the Shadow Army from overrunning their positions, but they were unable to push past them in turn. Every day, the Republic would charge Separatist battle lines, every day they would be pushed back, and every day they would fight hard to keep the Morgukai from gaining ground. The siege dragged on in exactly this pattern for 5 months, an absolute meat grinder of a battle without an end in sight. Through the siege of Saleucami, the Republic was able to successfully contain the Morgukai. Thanks to the encircling of the caldera, the Shadow Army would have to lower their defensive shield to leave the planet, and the Republic's Star Destroyers in orbit could blast them and their forces to hell. But this wasn't a concern for the Shadow Army. They were confident they could outlast their foes. They had unlimited geothermal energy, water purification systems, and the resources to just keep growing more clones, while the Republic had no such luxuries and refugees to worry about. There was just one problem though. The Shadow Army still had a Jedi running around their base. While Master Tholm had been unable to escape the Morgukai compound, he had actually been able to avoid capture, and as the siege went on outside, he went around the base, sabotaging the Shadow Army however he could. Sora Bulk, Bok, and Anzati Master Wrath Kelko were enraged at their respective subordinates' inability to capture or kill Tholm. Between him and Opa Rensesis' battle meditation, they knew the Republic still had a fair shot at victory. Indeed, as the siege went on, the Republic began to gain ground. 5 months in, they finally managed to take the rim of the caldera, leaving only the main Morgukai stronghold in their path. The Separatist leaders believed they had ways to deal with both problems, however. At that point in the Clone Wars, Quinlan Vos still maintained ties to the Dark Acolytes. Tol Skor contacted him through Colleen Hence, his agent and lover, and relayed orders to meet with Bulk in the Shadow Army's command center, and Vos followed. Truth be told, Vos was neither on the side of the Acolytes or the Jedi. He was out to kill the second Sith, who he believed to be none other than Sora Bulk. He kept working with the Dark Acolytes in the hopes it would get him close enough to Bulk to kill him. Bulk sent Vos to hunt down Tholm, his old master, while Bulk himself went with the Anzati to kill Opa Rensesis. Both missions, it seemed, were successful. Vos defeated his former master in a duel in the magma caverns, casting him down into the lava, while the Anzati were able to distract Rensesis enough for Bulk to kill the Jedi Master from behind. As Vos returned to the Jedi, Bulk returned to the compound, certain the Republic's assault was now doomed. Vos made it back shortly after the other Jedi discovered Master Rensesis' body. The battle, it seemed, was lost, but Vos gave the Jedi a glimmer of hope. He used his natural psychometric abilities to read Rensesis' last thoughts, giving him an idea of what the old Jedi Master had planned for the rest of the battle. He claimed that Rensesis had planned out for the Republic forces to launch an all-out attack on the planetary gun, while a small team slipped into the base and disabled the shield generator. Once both targets were neutralized, the Republic Navy would be able to obliterate the Shadow Army from orbit. With no other options, the Republic executed this plan the next day. Kukruk and Jysel led the ground assault, while Het and Zien led the Republic's starfighter forces. Without Rensesis' battle meditation to guide them, the attack was but suicidal, but they charged down into the caldera anyway, committing all their forces to one final assault. Meanwhile, Vos and Sakura slipped into the Separatist base. While his former Padawan planted bombs on the base's geothermal generators, Vos returned to the Separatist command center, where he told Bulk the Republic's plans and revealed Sakura's location. Bulk immediately dispatched Bok and his best warriors to deal with Sakura, and the vengeful Nikto eagerly complied. Vos hoped that this would be enough to gain Bulk's trust, but it turned out the Dark Acolyte had one last test for him. He had Skor bring forth Colleen Hence, who had been captured during the previous battle, and ordered Vos to kill her. But Vos refused. He was unwilling to sacrifice Hence for his mission and dropped it all to save her instead, declaring himself a Jedi. Thulm chose this moment to reveal that he had survived his earlier fall, and he and Voss battled Bulk and Score. As battle raged in the Separatist control center, Bok arrived at the site where Aayla Secura was supposed to be and found nothing. Secura, in fact, was at the generators several levels beneath her, generators she had successfully planted bombs on. Sensing the time was right, she detonated the generators, causing the entire base to flood with lava. Then, she headed off to join the battle at the command center, but found her path blocked. Sora Bulk had activated the command center's energy barriers before the battle began, and Secura had no way of deactivating them from the outside. She had other problems to worry about as well. Bok had spotted her as she made her way to the heart of the base, and had finally caught up. On the surface, the energy shield went down and Republic forces prepared for a last assault on the Sep's planetary gun. As her squadron took heavy fire, Xian sacrificed herself to complete this objective, ramming her damaged starfighter into the gun. In orbit, Captain Autumn and its cruisers moved into position and prepared to blow the base to hell. Down in the Separatist base, Voss killed Toll's Score, while Secura hurled Bok into the command center's energy barrier, killing him as well. Sora Bulk overcame Thulm, but Voss stepped in before he could land a finishing blow. The two began their own duel as Colleen Hence, Aayla Secura, and the wounded Thulm watched on, unable to help. But as he fought Sora Bulk, Quinlan Voss was fighting another battle, a battle within himself. He battled the dark side within him as Bulk tried to taunt it out of him. Unable to help in his battle with Bulk, Secura and Thulm reached out to Voss through the Force, hoping to help him in his struggle with himself. With their guidance, Voss managed to defeat his inner dark side and Sora Bulk as well. Voss, Secura, Thulm, and Hence fled the crumbling Separatist base as Captain Autumn began his orbital bombardment. Republic troops pulled back as turbo lasers blasted the whole caldera into slag. Between the bombardment and the explosions below, the Morgukai Shadow Army was destroyed. Against all odds, the Republic emerged victorious from the siege of Saleucami. The threat of the Shadow Army had been eliminated, as had the last of Dooku's Dark Acolytes. But it came at a heavy cost. Some of the Jedi Order's finest had fallen in the battle, as had countless clones. So that was the story of the siege of Saleucami, one of the most grueling battles of the Clone Wars. But what do you think? Are there any other battles you'd like us to take a look at? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. And just before you run off to the suggested videos, guys, make sure you check out our new channel called The Braved, where we dive deep into history and go through all different eras to find some of the most badass individuals and tell their stories in a high quality format there. We post weekly, so make sure you check it out. And if you're just more into music, check out our Relax Jack music channel, where we take the music there and chuck them on the videos here. And if you just want to get access to a behind the scenes Discord where you can chat to myself and the entire team there and get access to exclusive content, then consider donating to the Patreon. And if you just want to join our wider community, check us out on our main Geetsly's Discord where you can chat to myself and other Star Wars fans, and our Geetsly's Gaming Network, which is almost done, guys, so get hyped for an epic Clone Wars Garry's Mod server. Anyways, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.